Good morning students. Once again I welcome you all on my YouTube channel. So today we are going to resume the story, the thief story. In the first video, in the first part of the story, let us see what we have discussed. So let us revise what we have discussed in the first part. The narrator Hari Singh was a small time thief. He was 15 years old. He met Anil when he was watching a wrestling match. He told Anil that his name was Hari Singh. He changed his name to escape from his former employers and the police. After the match, he followed Anil to his room over the Jamna sweet shop. He requested Anil for some work. Anil said that he couldn't pay him. Then he asked Anil for some food. Anil told him that he could give him food if he knew how to cook. He also gave him permission to sleep on the balcony. Hari Singh lied that he could cook, but the first meal he made was so terrible that Anil had to give it off to a stray dog. He told the narrator to leave, but he hung around. Anil gave in and told him that he would teach him to cook and also make him learn to write. The narrator was given the work of purchasing the day's supplies. He made a profit of about a rupee every day. Anil must have known about it, but he never spoke about it. Within a month, they had much faith in each other. Anil had given him a separate key of the room. Anil taught the narrator to read and write his name and some words. One day, Anil came home with a small bundle of notes. He had sold a book to a publisher and had made the money. Hari Singh saw the money and decided to steal it. He justified that he would do it as he was not paid any money for the work he did. So now let us resume the story where we have stopped. So after deciding to steal the money, Hari Singh he went to the room where Anil was sleeping. So Anil was asleep. So Hari Singh when he went into the room of Anil, he found Anil was sleeping. A beam of moonlight stepped over the balcony and fell on the bed. Beam means a ray of. Hari Singh found that a ray of moonlight stepped over the balcony and fell on the bed. I sat up on the floor considering the situation. Hari Singh he sat up on the floor and considering means he thought about the situation. So he was thinking whether to steal the money or not. If I took the money, I could catch the 10:30 express to Lucknow. So Hari Singh thought that if he took the money, he could catch the 10:30 express to Lucknow. Slipping out of the blanket, I crept up to the bed. So Hari Singh, he slipped out of the blanket. He moved quietly and slowly. Crept up means he moved quietly and slowly to the bed of Anil. Anil was sleeping peacefully. His face was clear and unlined. Hari Singh, he found the face of Anil, which was clear and unlined. Unlined means there was no worry or anxiety on the face of Anil. Even I had more marks on my face. So Hari Singh he compared the face of Anil with his face. He thought that he had more marks on his face than Anil, though mine were mostly scars. So his were mostly scars. My hand slid under the mattress. So Hari Singh's hand slid under the mattress. He means moved under the mattress quickly, searching for the knots. So Hari Singh he slid his hand under the mattress and started searching for the knots. When I found them, I drew them out without a sound. So Hari Singh he slid his hand and he searched for the knots. And when he found the knots, he drew them out without making a sound. Anil sighed in his sleep and turned on his side towards me. So Hari Singh found Anil was sighing in his sleep and he turned his face towards Hari Singh. I was startled and quickly crawled out of the room. Hari Singh, he got frightened. He thought that Anil might wake up and he might be caught. So he quickly moved quietly out of the room. When I was on the road, I began to run. So Hari Singh, when he was on the road, he started running so that he could not be seen by anyone. I had the knots at my waist held there by the string of my pajamas. So Hari Singh had the knots at his waist. He held the knots by the string of pajamas. I slowed down to a walk. After running some distance, Hari Singh he slowed down and started walking and counted the knots. So he counted the knots which he had stolen. 600 rupees in 50s. When he counted, he found 600 rupees all in 50s. 50 rupee currency. I could live like an oil rich Arab for a week or two. So after counting knots, Hari Singh thought about the prospect of leading his life like an Arab. He thought that with those money he would be able to lead a luxurious life, comfortable life. He would be able to fulfill all his wish and needs like an oil rich Arab for a week or two. For a week or two, he would not need to rob anyone or steal anyone. When I reached the station, I didn't stop at the ticket office. I had never bought a ticket in my life, but dashed straight to the platform. So when Hari Singh reached the station, he didn't stop at the ticket office because in his life he had never bought a ticket. He always traveled without ticket in the train, but dashed straight to the platform. So instead of stopping at the platform at the station at the ticket window, he just ran straight to the platform to catch the train. The Lucknow Express was just moving out. So when he reached the platform, he found that the Lucknow Express was just moving, just leaving the station platform. The train had still to pick up speed, and I should have been able to jump into one of the garages. But I hesitated. For some reason I can't explain, and I lost the chance to get away. So when he reached this platform, he found that the train had still to pick up speed. The train was moving very slowly. So Hari Singh should have been able to jump into one of the carriages, one of the compartment, but he hesitated for some reason. He couldn't explain. He couldn't explain why he stopped there, why he hesitated. He could have been boarded the train, but because of some unknown reason, he stopped, he hesitated, and he lost the chance to get away. He lost the chance to run away, escape. When the train had gone, I found myself standing alone in the deserted platform. So when the train had gone, when the train had left the station, Hari Singh found himself standing all alone on the lonely platform. Desert means lonely. I had no idea where to spend the night. So Hari Singh had no idea. He didn't know where he would spend the whole night. I had no friends, believing that friends were more trouble than help. Hari Singh had no friends because he believed that friends were more trouble than help. So he believed that if he had friends, then they would bring trouble in his life than to help him. And I did not want to make anyone curious by staying at one of the small hotels near the station. Hari Singh he didn't want to stay at one of the small hotels, because if he stayed there, then anyone would be curious, would be interested to know about him, and that would help the police to catch him. The only person I knew really well was the man I had robbed. Hari Singh, he didn't know anyone except Anil, to whom he had robbed. Leaving the station, I walked slowly through the bazaar. So Hari Singh, he left the station and he walked slowly through the market. In my short career as a thief, I had made a study of men's faces when they had lost their goods. So Hari Singh, in his short career as a thief, he had observed, he had made a study of men's faces when they had lost their goods. So Hari Singh had stolen money or things of so many people, and after stealing the money, he observed the faces. The greedy man showed fear. So Hari Singh, he had seen the expression of the greedy man. After losing the money, he had seen the expression of fear on their faces. The rich man showed anger. He had seen the expression of anger on the face of rich man after losing the money. The poor man showed acceptance, while the poor man, he expressed the acceptance on his face. So the poor man, they accepted it as their destiny, it as their fate after they lose their money. But I knew that Anil's face, when he discovered the theft, would show only a touch of sadness. So Hari Singh knew that when Anil find out the theft, that Hari Singh had stolen the money, on his face there was a touch of sadness. Not for the loss of money, but for the loss of trust. So Anil would be disappointed, Anil would be sad, not because he had lost the money, but he would be disappointed, he would be sad because he had lost the trust on somebody like Hari Singh, on whom he had put on a faith, a trust. I found myself in the Maidan and sat down on a bench. So Hari Singh, he found himself in the Maidan playground and he sat down on a bench. The night was chilly. It was chilly night. He was feeling cold. It was early November and a light drizzle added to my discomfort. So he was feeling cold. Moreover, a light drizzle, a mild rain started, which added to his discomfort. He was feeling uneasy due to the cold and due to the light rain. Soon it was raining quite heavily. The drizzle turned into heavy rainfall. My shirt and pajamas stuck to my skin. So Hari Singh found that his shirt and pajamas stuck to his skin because of the rainfall. And a cold wind blew the rain across my face. So Hari Singh, he found that cold wind was blowing across his face. I went back to the bazaar and sat down in the shelter of the clock tower. So Hari Singh went back to the market and he sat down in the shelter. He took the shelter under the clock tower. The clock showed midnight. He looked at the clock tower and it showed the time midnight. I felt for the knots. They were damp from the rain. Hari Singh, he felt for the knots and he found that all the knots were damp, wet from the rain. Anil's money. Hari Singh, he realized that it was Anil's money. In the morning, he would probably have given me 2 or 3 rupees to go to the cinema. But now, I had it all. So Hari Singh, he thought that if he had not stolen money, then in the morning Anil would have probably have given him 2 or 3 rupees to go to the cinema. But now he had it all as he had stolen the money. I couldn't cook his meals, run to the bazaar, or learn to write whole sentences anymore. So Hari Singh, he realized that after stealing money, now what he would lose. Now he could not cook his meal, run to the bazaar, or learn to write whole sentence anymore. So Hari Singh now he was thinking what he would miss, what he would lose after stealing Anil. I had forgotten about them in the excitement of the theft. Hari Singh had forgotten about the prospect of making his life better in the excitement of theft. So, by learning to write whole sentence, he would be able to lead a respectable life like Anil. But now, after stealing the money, he had forgotten what he had lost. Whole sentences I knew could one day bring me more than a few hundred rupees. So Hari Singh, he knew better, he knew very well that if he had learned the whole sentence, it could one day bring him more than a few hundred rupees. He could be able to lead a respectable life like Anil if he become educated, if he becomes educated like Anil. It was a simple matter to steal, and sometimes just as simple to be caught. Now Hari Singh, he thought about the life of a thief. The life of a thief is very simple. For a thief, it was a simple matter to steal, and sometimes just as simple to be caught. So the thief, if he is lucky, then he steals the money. But if he is not lucky, sometimes he could be caught by the police. But to be a really big man, a clever and respected man, was something else. So Hari Singh, he just compared the life of a thief and the life like a Anil. So he wanted to be a really a big man, a clever and respected man. So that type of life was something else. He should go back. His conscience sting him. He realized that he should go back to Anil because he wanted to lead a life like a big man, respected man. I told myself, Hari Singh told to himself that he should go back to Anil, if only to learn to write and read. So Hari Singh, he just wanted to learn to read and write, and for that he should go back to Anil. I hurried back to the room feeling very nervous, for it is much easier to steal something than to return it undetected. Hari Singh hurried back to the room of Anil. He was feeling very nervous because it is much easier to steal something than to return it unnoticed. Undetected means unnoticed. I opened the door quietly, then stood in the doorway in the clouded moonlight. Hari Singh opened the door very quietly and then stood in the doorway in the clouded moonlight. Anil was still asleep. Anil was still sleeping. I crept to the head of the bed. So Hari Singh moved quietly and slowly to the head of the bed, and my hand came up with the notes. Hari Singh, he kept the notes back under the mattress. I felt his breath on my hand. Hari Singh was feeling the breath of Anil on his hand. I remained still for a minute. Hari Singh, he remained quiet for a minute. Then my hand found the edge of mattress and slipped under it with the notes. So Hari Singh very quietly and slowly he kept the knots. He slipped his hands under the mattress. I awoke late next morning to find that Anil had already made the tea. So next morning when Hari Singh woke up, he found that Anil had already prepared the tea. He stretched out his hands towards him. So Anil, he extended his hands towards Hari Singh. There was a 50 rupee note between his fingers. So Hari Singh found that Anil was giving him 50 rupee note. My head sank. Hari Singh felt sad. I thought I had been discovered, thinking that his theft was discovered by Anil. I made some money yesterday, he explained. Now you will be paid regularly. Hari Singh was told by Anil that he had made some money the previous day and then he would be paid regularly by Anil. My spirit rose, but when I took the note, I saw it was still wet from the night's rain. Hari Singh became happy, but when he took the note, he saw it was still wet from the night's rain. He found that the notes were still wet from the night's rain. Today we will start writing sentences. So Anil told Hari Singh that from that day they would start writing sentences. He knew, but neither his lips nor his eyes saw anything. So Hari Singh, he knew that Anil had discovered his theft, but neither his lips nor his eyes showed anything. So when Hari Singh kept back the money after realizing his mistake, Anil didn't mention a word about the incident. Anil realized that the boy wanted to mend his ways and should be given a chance. So even though Anil knew about Hari Singh's theft, he remained quiet. He didn't scold him. He wanted to give him a second chance. So but neither his lips nor his eyes showed anything. Means on the face, on the expression of Anil, there was nothing. I smiled at Anil in my most appealing way. Hari Singh, he smiled at Anil in his most attractive way. And the smile came by itself without any effort. So in response to the attractive smile of Hari Singh, Anil also, he smiled back without any effort. So I hope you have understood the story. Thank you.